Ladies and gentlemen, you have on your desks a transcript from the audio tapes from the federal wiretaps. I'm going to ask the Secretary now to play these tapes one by one. I'd like to take you through each one and talk to you a little bit about it and break it down for you. Before we get to the first one, obviously these are chronological. The first phone call is from the tapped home phone of Rod Blagojevich. It's on November 13th, 2008 at 10:05 a.m. I'll remind you of the evidence in the record that the horse racing impact fee bill has not passed at this point. It's still being lobbied. It didn't pass until the 20th of November. If the Secretary could play the first tape, please.
Hey. How we doing?
Good. Talked to Lon, and he says Johnny Johnson's good for it.
Okay.
He's going to give you, he didn't get it, but he said, I'm good for it. I got to just decide what accounts to get it out of. And Lon's going to talk to you about some sensitivities legislatively tonight when he sees you with regard to timing of all of this.
Right, but before the end of the year, though, right?
Oh, yeah. So there was no waffling there. It's just we just got to figure it out. And so he'll give you the specific details.
Oh, good. He's going to be there tonight, right?
He's going with you. It's a basketball game?
Yeah,
he knew it was United Center. Wasn't sure what the venue was, but good.
Okay, but clearly before the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
He's down there right now with him lobbying on a bill.
He was with him last night, and he's still down there.
Yeah, they're pushing a bill, so that's probably what he wants to wait on.
Well, whatever. I mean, I think that's probably likely. He didn't get into detail with me.
I'd like to talk to you about this transcript. First of all, on page 2 of the transcript, the second of the 2 pages, on lines 10 and 11, the governor says he's down there right now with them lobbying on a bill. He's talking about the fact that Lobbyist 1 is lobbying for the horse racing impact fee bill with John Johnston. The governor knows exactly what's going on. He knows that Lobbyist 1 is down there. He knows what they're there for. He knows what their interests are. And then on lines 14 through 16, again, the governor, they're pushing a bill. And then he says, so that's probably what he wants to wait on. That's probably what he wants to wait on. The governor is saying John Johnston doesn't want to pay the contribution until he's sure the bill is actually going to reach the governor's desk. Could you play the second tape, please? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. This second tape takes place on December 3rd, 2008 at 2:21 p.m. This is after the bill has passed. This is from the intercepted cell phone call of Lobbyist 1. It's between Lobbyist 1 and John Johnston.
Hello.
John, how are you? Lon.
Good. How are you? Checking in.
Where? Oh, I didn't know you called.
Oh, yeah. I left a message earlier today.
Yeah. Where are you right now?
I'm at the track.
Can I come see you?
Can you come see me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be there probably about 45 minutes.
Okay.
See.
Now we're going to take you to the third call, which occurs at 4:11 p.m. on that same day. This is a little under 2 hours later. This is intercepted from Lobbyist 1's cellular phone. It's between the governor and Lobbyist 1.
Blagojevich.
Hey, it's Lon.
Hey, Lon, hold on one second.
Is Rod there?
Yeah, they're both here. Hold on.
Thanks.
Hey, Lon.
Hey. So I'm just leaving there. And I talked to him about his commitment. He goes, and I said 2 separate conversations. One about your commitment. He goes, Lon, I have to leave in 2 weeks, and I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I know that I have to have this in your hands by the end of those 2 weeks. And I said, look, there's a concern that there's going to be some skittishness if your bill gets signed because of the timeliness of the commitment. He said, absolutely not. I mean, do you want me to put some in the next quarter? I said, no. That's not my point. My point is this has all got to be in now. He goes, I'm hopefully going to have it next week, but you have my commitment. I've always been there. I'm going to be there. And I've got to have it in the next 2 weeks because I'm going out of town.
Good.
And the reason it took so long is that Billy came in and started talking about George Steinbrenner, and not about the bill so much, but just about his illness and all that. And I didn't want to have that conversation in front of Billy.
Yeah, I know. Good job. Hey,
Can you stop that, Scott? I'd like to take you to page 1 of that transcript that we just heard. Lines 9 and 10. This is lobbyist 1. So I'm just leaving there, and I talked to him about the commitment. Notice there's no context there. The governor requires no explanation from lobbyist 1 about what "there" means or who "him" is. The governor knows exactly where lobbyist 1 is, exactly what he's doing. Lobbyist 1 talks about there's a concern there's going to be some skittishness if your bill gets signed because of the timeliness of the commitment. This is what lobbyist 1 said he said to John Johnston. He's telling Johnston they didn't want to sign the bill. They don't want to sign the bill until the contribution is in. And the governor at line 27 responds to that by saying, good. Later in the call, at the very bottom of page 1 and spilling over to the top of page 2, lobbyist 1 is apologizing to the governor for why his call seems late. It's later than I think it appears the governor expected it to be. He's explaining that Billy came in, presumably Billy Johnston, I don't know, and started talking about things. And as lobbyist 1 puts it on line 4, I didn't want to have that conversation in front of Billy. Well, why not? Why didn't lobbyist 1 want to have that conversation with John Johnston in front of somebody else? Because it was an improper conversation, that's why. I'd like to play the 4th tape now, and this is the next day, December 4th, at 9:09 a.m. It's between lobbyist 1 and the governor, and I'm going to ask the secretary to stop it a couple times and explain some things, make some points out to you, and then when it's over, we'll play the whole thing again without me interrupting.
hey, Lon.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah. So one thing I was thinking about last night is that you ought to give, not today, but maybe tomorrow, just give John Johnson a call and say, calling just to say hello. I'm working on the timing of this thing, but it's going to get done.
Okay. Call him tomorrow?
It's a 2-minute conversation.
Yeah, happy to do it. Call him tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Call Johnny Johnson, or should I call at the Harris call him? I mean, you want me to call him directly? I will. I mean, whatever's the best thing. I'm just a little bit...
I think it's better if you do it.
Okay.
It's better if you do it just from a pressure point of view.
Yeah, good. I'll call him and say, yeah, and we want to do an event downstate. I thought we want to do it, and we hope to do this so we can get together and start picking some dates to do a bill signing.